Welcome to another episode of the Donta Show Network, Story Times, where I tell prison stories, hood stories, and supernatural stories.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Hey, did I ever tell you about the booty Goone that was next door to me in the hole when he said that he was trying to give his reasons why that he wasn't gay, but he really was?
No, you didn't.
Let me tell you what happened. So, howdy, y'all. Anyway, don't be hating on the hat. Anyway, so, I just got done putting in some work and they ended up putting me in the hole, right? So I was in the hole for maybe 4 days when they had this dude coming in there hollering and screaming, right? Now, that's not a normal sound not to hear in the hole, because normally when somebody's coming to the hole, either the guards done beat them up or beating them up on their way to the hole for numerous reasons. They could have attacked the guard. They could have gassed the guard. They could have hit a guard with a Glock dookie. You know what a Glock dookie is?
Remind me.
A Glock dookie, and forgive me, y'all, but a Glock, if you eating, just stop eating, and yeah. But a Glock dookie is basically they give you a cup in prison, right? They give you a cup, like a plastic cup or whatever. Or, when the pandemic happened, they would give you water bottles.
Okay. So
what you would do is you would take a dump, a number 2, inside this water bottle, right? Then you would get like, yeah.
How can you take a dump in a water bottle? Was it like a regular small water bottle, or it was like a wider?
Well, you can. Okay, so like
cut the top off.
Yeah, you can cut the top off, but it don't usually work that way. If you already is going to do a number 2 outside of the toilet,
yeah,
most of these guys would just take it with their hands and pack it inside.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, so they'd do that. So they'd pack it inside of the water bottle, whatever. Then they'd put a little water on there, and then they would get like, let's say, they'd pee in it. So it's basically a cocktail of feces and urine.
Oh my goodness.
And then they'd get real devilish with it and put like toothpaste in there and everything, and then seal it up, right? Shake it up and just let it sit, let it marinate for days. And then let's say if you in a cell where you just got a slot and ain't got the bars, where they open up that hole in the middle where they give you the food tray. As soon as they open the food tray, the guy might be standing there with the bottle and go whoosh, right?
Oh hell. No.
That or if you got the cells right here that ain't got the flap trays, and with the bars,
yeah.
As soon as you walk past, they can hit you with it, pow,
oh my goodness.
Just like that. So, this is what you call a Glock dookie. Anyway, so these are the reasons why you might hear an inmate getting whipped out, screaming and hollering, coming down to the hole. So I hear this dude screaming and hollering coming down to the hole. So they put him right next to me, and when I say they whooping him. Now, one of the criterias is that when you come to the hole, 9 times out of 10, besides me and maybe a couple other cats that wasn't violent, you coming down there naked.
Okay.
You coming down there butt, booty hole naked, because they got to strip you to make sure you ain't got no knife on you. You ain't concealing something. And like I said, 9 times out of 10, when you come into the hole in that type of manner, you just got into a physical altercation where they got to strip you butthole naked, right?
Okay.
So not only he comes down there butthole naked, he's screaming, but I can smell the tear gas, the mace that they done sprayed on him.
Oh Lord, that's on his skin.
It's on his skin.
Everywhere.
So he's butt naked. So imagine. Have you ever got maced before?
Yes.
So you know how that feel?
Yes, I do.
When you get maced?
During a fight. In the midst of a fight with some girls.
Girl, you was fighting?
Listen, I was trying to de-escalate the situation.
Oh, de-escalated, huh?
And in the process of de-escalating the situation, I got maced.
Okay.
I got maced.
Hey, let me know in the comment section. Have y'all ever got maced before? Let me know in the comment section. So I smell the mace on this guy. So here's the key points. He's butthole naked. He got maced, and he's screaming and he's hollering. Right. So they throw him next door to me. Bam. Right. Now, usually they just let you sit there for about an hour or two, and then they'll come in with the water hose and hose you down, whatever. You lucky if you will get that, right? Because when I got maced the very first time, I told you what they did to me. They let me stay in there, and thank God, this toilet was clean. The first time I ever got maced, I was in the county jail, right? And when they maced me, they put me, I don't even know if it was just the hole, but whatever it was like a very small cell that was very dark, and they had a toilet, just a toilet. They didn't even have no sink in it. They just had a toilet in there, and my eyes was burning, so I had to find a way. I got to the toilet, and I knew it was a toilet because how it felt, and I told myself, please, God, don't let
Oh
nothing,
my gosh.
you know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing be in this toilet.
I'm not laughing at you. It's just a horrible experience.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's why I tell people, if you don't want to adhere to the conditions of prison and jail, stop committing crimes, right? But if you innocent, which 98% of them say they innocent, well, then it is what it is. But I was like, God, please don't let nothing be in this toilet, please. So it wasn't. So I end up wiping my eyes and drowning it out, right? So now, but yeah, just let's get back to the booty Goone that's next door to me.
Okay.
So they end up water hosing him down, and I get back on my slab of concrete, and I just lay down and I take a nap, right?
Uh-huh.
So nothing really eventful happened for the next 3 days or whatever. So when I get out, so they end up coming to get you once a week to go use the shower, right? So I get out, they cuff me up, and I'm going down the cell. Now, at this point, how the doors are set, they're not regular bars for people to reach out and can hit you with the Glock dookie. You got the slots. So it's like just a normal metal door with like a, you want to say something?
No, I was picturing it.
Oh, a normal metal door with like a square like that, and they open it, boom, give you a tray, they can close it or whatever. Or they open it to check on you and see is you doing something you're supposed to be doing. So I can't see the dude right here to the right, which is the booty Goone that we talking about.
Okay.
So I go to the shower, right, and as I'm passing, there's another guy that's coming past me, right, and you could talk for maybe a brief minute or whatever.
Okay.
So I see him, it's one of my homeboys or whatever, and we just chopping it up, and he was like, hey, you heard about New York? Now, New York is the guy that's right next to me, the booty Goone, that I don't know that's right there, because me and him ain't spoke. So I said, oh, that's him? He was like, yeah. I said, well, why he down here? So one of the girls was like, all right, that's it. They just kept us moving, right? So I said, I'll holler at you through the vents or whatever. So I go back in my cell or whatever, and, they lock me up or whatever. So I hear, hey. So I'm like, man, who the heck is that? So I get up on the vent. I'm like, yeah, what's up? He like, hey, man, what day is it? I'm like, what you mean, what day is it? He like, yeah, what day is it, man? I've been asleep. I said, I think it's Tuesday. He was like, it's Tuesday? I said, yeah. He was like, hey, what's your name? I said, what's your name? He like, oh, this New York. I said, New York? He was like, yeah. I said, hey, did you like try to rape a dude or something? He was like, oh, no. That what they trying to say? I said, yeah, they said that you tried to, violate this dude in the shower. And he was like, no, man, no, that's what they saying for real? I said, yeah. He said, no, hold on, man, I'll talk to you in a minute. Now, he ain't got nowhere to go.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out, like, what do he mean I'll talk to you in a minute?
He had to gather his thoughts.
Yeah, he had to gather his thoughts. I don't know what he's doing. So I get off the vent and I lay back down, right? And then he like, psst, psst. So I get up on the vent. I'm like, what's up? He was like, hey, what's the day? I said, dude, you just asked me that. It's Tuesday. He was like, oh, okay, bet. So he was like, hey, you got any extra food? I was like, how you gonna get it? He was like, you don't know how to fish? I was like, no. Now, fishing, they ever seen on like on the prison movies where you will see all these lines going out and stuff that's going this way and that way? That's what you call fishing. He was like, you don't know how to fish? I said, no, I don't know how to do that. So he was like, well, look, I'm about to send you, look under the door right here. I'm about to send you out a fishing line. So I said, okay. So he said, he said, you got it? I said, yeah. He said, there's tight some food or something under it, and and I'm gonna grab it back. So I'm like, okay. So I had like the Swiss roll or whatever. It was like a piece of a Swiss roll, but I put it in the plastic like
if you was closed and saving it for later?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wrapped it like that, but it was like the piece of the cake was oozing out or whatever. I said, man, this ain't gonna work. He was like, man, I don't care, man. I just need something sweet, man. They got me on a restriction. So I was like, all right. So I put it on there. He just snatched it back. Now, I know, how can I put it? When it got to him, it had to be unright.
Okay.
Like,
what's the space under the door? Like, how big
is it? It's not that big. It's maybe about an inch or two or whatever. But I know something, like this floor is dusty. Just imagine a real dusty floor, like with lint balls or something. So I hear him through the vent, like really licking the paper and everything. I'm like, okay. So I said, hey, is you that guy that, that violated the dude in the shower? He was like, no, man, I didn't violate it. He wanted it. And I was like, what you mean he wanted it? He was like, no, man, so this what happened. He owed me something. Like, he kept coming to me, asking me for stuff, and I told him, like, if you can't pay me, you're gonna have to give me something. And then he was like, when the stove day came, he just straight up told him, like, I can't give you nothing back, but I can give you something in the shower. So he said when he got to the shower, it was all good until he walked up into the shower, and he said, like, he was just about to do what he was about to do, that somebody walked in and the dude started hollering and screaming like, oh, he trying to violate me. So I said, oh, okay. So he said, so no, I wasn't doing that. Plus I'm not gay. And I said, huh?
All right.
I said, come again? He said, yeah, dudes out here trying to say I'm gay and stuff like that. I ain't gay. I said, but didn't you say that you going in the shower to do something to this guy?
Right.
And he was like, yeah, but that don't make me gay. I said, what you mean? He said, because you trying to call me gay or something? Like you got an issue or something? I said, no, I ain't got no issue, but I'm just saying, you just told me that you was about to basically take this dude butt cheeks in the form of payment. He was like, yeah, that's just what it is, a transaction. I said, hold up.
Did you ask him, do he consider himself at least bisexual?
No, I didn't ask him. I didn't want to entertain the conversation after that.
Okay. Because I'm like, what?
I actually got off the vent when I started hearing him get aggressive with it. And he like, what you think I'm gay or something? And all this stuff. I was like, but you just said that, he said, no, this is just a transaction. I'm in here surviving, right? So I said, all right. But
right, okay.
He said this is just how he's surviving. So I'm like, all right, whatever, man. You can't argue with these dudes, man. So I got back down. So he was like, hey, you still there? You still there? And I just ignored him, right?
Okay.
So next thing you know, he get on the vent and was like, hey, you really is you really curious if I'm gay or not? He just kept saying that, and I was like, hey, man, I'm trying to get some rest here, man. He was like, no, I'm just saying, man, I don't want you to be thinking that I'm like that, man. I'm a really cool dude. And I was like, hey, listen, man, whatever you got going on over there, yeah, like you ain't gotta explain to me nothing, man.
Right.
You got what you got going on. Like, I don't care. I don't want to know the reasons of why
I don't want you to think I care.
Yeah, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he like, well, I'm just saying, man, I'm a real cool dude. And, I'm not like that, man. And I don't like when people be speaking on me, calling me gay and stuff. And I appreciate if you don't go out and say nothing, because I gave you the real story. I was like, hey, listen, if that's what you ain't got to explain nothing to me. You ain't got to justify nothing to me. If that's how you get down, that's how you get down, man. I'm about to go over here and lay back down, man. So all throughout the night, man, he just kept saying like, hey, you ain't gonna tell nobody, right?
But why would he care when it's already a rumor going around that he violated somebody? I would want the real story out there.
I don't know, man. These dudes in prison is just weird, man. And I just said, like, well, long story short, because I know this story is dragging out. So I end up getting out the hole, right? I'm gonna say maybe a month later, he ended up getting out. So me and all the homies right there on the yard, right? We on the weight pile, right? And Al, like, cause you know Al was my number 2 guy. So Al is standing right there, and he like, hey man, this dude want to talk to you, but I'm like on my back lifting the weight. So Al, like, this dude want to talk to you. So I'm like, who is it? He was like, some dude named New York. And I instantly thought about it, and I stopped, and my spotter picked the weights up, and I lifted. I said, what's up? And he was like, hey, I need, can you do something for me? I'm like, what's up, man? He like, hey, could you let these dudes know I ain't gay? So everybody looking at me like,
right,
what the heck going on?
Right.
Like why is he asking you? Like, what is going on? So I got up. I said, hey, man, what I tell you about that? He said, no, man, there's dudes out here that's thinking that I'm like that. And could you just tell them what I told you? I said, tell them what?
How did he justify why he was in the hole?
I don't know. This is why I say there's a lot of twisted and whacked out dudes that's in prison that try to justify things that's unjustifiable.
Okay.
He's telling people the same story that he told me, that because he was trying to join a gang. And this gang that he was trying to join, they don't condone homosexuality.
Okay.
So he told them what happened, but for some reason he keep thinking that he's not gay.
So he's basically just saying, I'm not gay. This is just survival or transaction.
It's a transaction.
But they like, dude, gay is gay.
Yeah. Okay. And so he come to me like I supposed to change these dudes' mind of why he, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, but I'm getting upset at this point.
Right.
Because I'm like, we somewhat just ended, we dead at this in a hole. Right. Like, I don't want to talk about this. And then you come on the yard with this mess trying to get me to vouch for you. like to feed into your insanity. So I said, hey man, watch out, man. You gotta bounce, dude. He like,
now they're gonna be looking at you.
They looking at me like, Doctor, what is going on here? So and listen, y'all, like I said, if that's what you went to, that's what you went to, okay? I tell y'all all the time, I can't tell another man how to program, okay? If that's how you want to rock and roll, that's how you rock and roll. But with me and my guys, we can't have that around us because, you know, birds of a feather flock together. And what we was around there doing, we could not display no type of weakness, no chinks in our armor at all. We was always have to be on the up and up at all times. This is why we had to get rid of my homeboy J Rock. But if y'all been following the stories, y'all know what happened with J Rock, okay? But anyway, I tell him like, no, man, you gotta move, man. Like, get away from us. So he like, no, I just need for you to vouch for me, man, because it ain't like that, man. Like, can you let these dudes know? Like, I said, Doe, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Even if you tell the same story that he told you, it's still gonna be gay.
Like, yeah.
That's something you could say.
I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. So that at this time, Al done pulled out the sword of justice. He done lift up the sword of justice out of his waistband, like, yo, dog, bag up, man.
Yeah, like,
so he like, man, I'm just saying, man, we supposed to be all black men. We supposed to look out for each other. We supposed to look out, and you can't look out for me. And Al was like, man, watch out. So Al was really about to poke him, right? But I was like, no, Al, chill out. Hey, did you know that I do promotions now? I promote all social media channels such as Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, I promote it. Also, I promote products and businesses also. So if you need promo, get in contact with me. All right, y'all, it's the fall season. Make sure y'all cop y'all military mind game merchandise. I got hoodies for you. I got shirts for you. I even got coffee mugs for you. Y'all see that hat? Y'all see that pillow? Make sure y'all cop y'all military mind game merchandise. I have the link pinned at the top of the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click this video. Until next time.